Yesterday, Newsfirst brought to the general public's attention the extravagance of the luxury vehicles used by cabinet ministers. Today, we look into a much more important aspect of a cabinet minister, their educational qualifications.
Sri Lanka's parliament consists a total of 225 members, out of which 47 are cabinet ministers. The government consists of an additional 20 state ministers and 25 deputy ministers. On the 15th of March this year, the Daily News newspaper, quoting Professor M.O.A. de Souza of the University of Peradeniya, reported that 94 of Sri Lanka's parliamentarians do not even possess the basic qualification of an ordinary level examination.
It is disappointing to say that 94 of our MPs do not even have S's or C's. They only have 25 graduates of the 225. So it is sad that MPs who do not even have S's or C's in their results sheet are now being maintained through public funds. This is unacceptable.
This, we are led to believe, is the educational standard of Sri Lanka's public representatives. In Singapore, with a population of over 5 million, 20 of the 22 cabinet ministers possess a minimum qualification of a postgraduate degree. Singapore's gross domestic product, or GDP, in 2015 exceeded $290 billion. India, with a massive population of 1.3 billion people, has 26 cabinet ministers and 49 state ministers. A majority of the cabinet ministers possess a degree in law. India's GDP in 2015 surpassed $2 trillion. The United Kingdom, which has a population of over 65 million, has 23 cabinet ministers, including the Prime Minister and Chancellor. 10 of the UK cabinet ministers are either Oxford or Cambridge University degree holders, while the others all have degrees at other reputed universities in the UK. Britain's GDP in 2015 was over $2.8 trillion. By contrast, Sri Lanka, with a population of over 20 million, has a total of 92 ministers in the government. This includes 47 cabinet ministers, 20 state and 25 deputy ministers. In 2015, Sri Lanka recorded a GDP of $82.32 billion. The educational qualifications of the ministers are not accessible. In other countries, this information is easily available. Why not in Sri Lanka? Newsfirst made a request from the Secretary-General of Parliament under the provisions of the Right to Information Act to disclose the educational qualifications of our parliamentarians. The Information Officer of Parliament has replied in writing, agreeing that a response to our request would be given within 14 days.
All political parties expressed their willingness to follow this criteria on the 12th of March 2015. However, we do not see these political parties taking steps to follow this. This can be seen in those groups that are in Parliament. In Singapore, it is mandatory for those wishing to be cabinet ministers to have postgraduate educational qualifications. Since of late, those representatives in Parliament who do not possess adequate educational qualifications were elected to Parliament through the power of their wealth and other means. In the same manner, those who were not qualified have been elected to similar positions.
Will the educational qualifications of MPs be disclosed by Parliament? Newsfirst is on the watch.
පල්ලෙහාල ඉඳගෙන ගිහලා ගොඩක් වෙලා යනවා අපිට ඉස්කෝලේ යන අපජල ව්‍යාප්තිය දීලා අපිට ඒක ගොඩක් සතුටුයි මම සිරසි මහත්තයාට කියනවා ලබන ආත්මේ බුදු බවත් වෙන්නේ කියලා.
Let's come together to build this nation. Gammatta.